All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the November 15th meeting of Mifflin County Board of Commissioners. We'll begin this morning with an invocation by Commissioner Dunkel, followed by our Pledge of Allegiance.
Let us pray. Lord, we gather here today to make decisions that will impact and improve people's lives here in Mifflin County. We ask for safe travel for those who must be on the roads during the upcoming storm. We thank you for the safe, fair, and just election process we just had here in Mifflin County and throughout the nation. Please place your hand upon those who begin their public service and give them the wisdom and the integrity to do their jobs well. Next week, we will celebrate Thanksgiving. It is a holiday of Thanksgiving, of thanks. For children, it is about pilgrims and Indians, pumpkin pie, turkey, and perhaps even most importantly, a day off of school. As adults, we come to understand the true meaning of this holiday and express our gratitude for family, friends, and hearth. It is time to express our faith and a time to celebrate the joy of our labor. When you think of the lifestyle of pilgrims living in small log huts, no plumbing, electricity, dirt floors, lack of central heat, and the need to hunt and trap or else starve, their life was very difficult. But they and countless others laid the foundation upon which our nation was built. And so at this time, we offer thanksgiving for them. Lord, we ask your blessing upon the proceedings today and ask that your will be done. We ask this in your name. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First item is the approval of the minutes from the November 1st, 2018 meeting. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Thank you.
I'll second.
Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Minutes are approved. Approval of the bills, Commissioner Postal.
Start with accounts payable. Accounts payable total $396,055.71. Our payroll account totals $334,563.76. 911 account for $10,131.34. And finally, we have one check in the liquid fuels for $10,348.34. I will make a motion to pay the bill.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor of the motion, please say aye.
Aye.
Bills are approved. Treasurer's report. Treasurer Simmons.
Our beginning balance was $241,131.64. We had deposits of $433,574.92. We made a transfer from capital reserve of $600,000. We transferred money from LEPC for $417.39, and we also had a voided check for $200. Our interest was $968.56. We agree with the reading of the bills by Commissioner Postal, leaving us an ending balance of $545,673.04. Our liquid fuels has $240,150.89. Our Act 89 has $223,407.19. Our 911 has $2,727,057.99. Our LEPC has $16,880.60. Our local use fund has $78,433.84. Our capital reserve has $5,564,476.72. And our certificate of deposit has $3,054,389.22. And it's all subject to audit.
Thank you. Any questions for Deb? Motion to approve the report.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. Meetings and events, Commissioner Duncan.
Okay, it's been a relatively busy time of the year for us. During the last 2 weeks, the three of us met with Sam Price with Community Partnerships to discuss some ways in which we can improve our community. We had a meeting of the prison board. We also met last Friday to have election computation and to finalize the election returns here in Mifflin County. I thought perhaps the public might be interested in what the election returns were here in Mifflin County. In terms of registered voters, we're just short of 25,000. We have 24,785 voters. Of that, 14,479 voted, which represented 57.3% here in Mifflin County. The national average was 49.7%. So you can see here in Mifflin County, we outperformed what the rest of America did in terms of turnout. 80% of the straight party ballots that were cast for Republicans. 19% were cast for Democrats, the balance among others. For U.S. Senator, Bob Casey received 29% of the vote. Lou Barletta received 69% of the vote. For Governor, Tom Wolf received 31% of the vote. Scott Wagner, 68% of the vote. For Representative in Congress, Mark Freenberg received 23% of the vote. Tom Marino received 77% of the vote. For Senator, Ezra Naines received 24% of the vote. Jake Corman, 76% of the vote. And then our county is divided into 3 legislative districts. In the first legislative district, which is the southwestern portion of the county, which would include Wayne Township, Newton, Hamilton, and Kistler, Rick Rogers received 20% of the vote. Rich Irwin received 78% of the vote. In the 82nd legislative district, which includes the majority of the county, Lewistown, Granville, Derry, going as far as Menno Township, Oliver, McVeytown, Bratton. John Hershey ran and received 82% of the vote. Elizabeth Book received 17%. And finally, in the 171st, which is the northern portion of the county, Union, Brown, Decatur, and Armagh, Aaron McCracken received 19% of the vote, and Carrie Benninghoff 81% of the vote. In addition to the computation of the elections, we had a court security meeting. I attended the Mifflin-Juniata County Extension meeting, which was held in Mifflintown. We participated in the Veterans Day Parade. We have had numerous, I repeat, numerous budget meetings over the course of the last 2 weeks, and obviously had several meetings with department heads and elected officials. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Commissioner Poston.
Along with what Commissioner Dunkel mentioned regarding the budget hearings and internal department meetings, I attended a Youth Park Association meeting. Mifflin County is part of that board. A JVBDS Executive Committee meeting, Prison Board, Court Security, Operation Fairness meeting, and Success Together that we all attended. And as the election board, as reported by Commissioner Dunkel.
All right, thank you. I'll just list mine real quick. A lot of them have been mentioned already. We had a rural broadband development conference call, department head meeting, budget meetings, board of elections. I had the AAA board, prison board, veterans parade, court security meeting, Operation Fairness meeting, and our Success Together meeting yesterday afternoon. I'd like to welcome Roger Hurto here today from MCTV. We got the advisor, as there's no school today, so we thank him for coming in and filming. We thank our students and our band director, who we'll be honoring here in a moment, for also attending. Is there any public comment here today? Seeing none, new business. We have item A, proclamation honoring the Mifflin County High School Marching Band. Whereas the County of Mifflin recognizes extraordinary young adults whose dedication and achievements serve as inspiration for others in the community. And whereas we, the Commissioners of Mifflin County, join with our community in recognition of the tremendous accomplishments of the Mifflin County High School Marching Band. And whereas the tremendous season can be credited to not only the commitment of Band Director Arthur Belfiore, the gifted staff and the parents, but also to the determination and spirit of the marching band. And whereas the Mifflin County High School Marching Band won first place at the Tournament of Bands Group 3A Class Atlantic Coast Championships, as well as specialty awards for Best Music and Best Marching and Visual. And whereas the Mifflin County High School Marching Band has also accomplished the following achievements throughout this season. First place at the Shamokin Band Competition, as well as the specialty awards for Best Music, Best Marching, Best Drumline, and Best Guard. First place at the Bishop McDevitt Show, as well as the specialty awards for Best Drumline and Best Guard. First place at the Mechanicsburg Show, as well as the specialty awards for Best Drumline and Best Guard. First place at the Donegal Show, as well as the specialty awards for Best Drumline and Best Guard. First place at the West Shore Show, as well as the specialty awards for Best Music, Best Marching, Best Drumline, and Best Guard. Now, therefore, on this 15th day of November 2018, the Mifflin County Commissioners do hereby commend the Mifflin County High School Marching Band for their accomplishments and extend best wishes for continued success in the future. Mifflin County Commissioners Kevin P. Kodish, Stephen T. Dunkel, Robert Postal Jr. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. I'd like to offer, obviously, our thanks to you. This championship was earned, richly deserved. I've seen the work of Mr. B for a long time. I was a coach at Lewistown for many, many years. I saw how he drilled his students. He's so committed and drives them to excellence. He was a former Penn State Blue Band member. Actually, it was probably before the Blue Band. I think, weren't the school's colors pink and black when you were there?
I wasn't there then.
All right, but seriously, he brought the quality of the Penn State Blue Band to Mifflin County when he came to Lewistown and continues that. And I was at a meeting for MCTV board a few Saturdays ago, and Saturday morning I was out there and saw them trudging out to the field, and they're really something to watch. I learned to appreciate bands at a young age. My older sister, I'll stress older, was in the Penn Highlands Cougar Marching Band with Michael Soko when I was in 5th, 6th, and 7th grade. I used to ride my bike out and watch them practice, and they were a competing band as well. And a lot of people don't realize the hard work that goes into that and the excellence. It's obviously not just winning first place. That was a little redundant, winning all those first, but all those specialty awards that your band members pitched in to win there. It's an extraordinary accomplishment, and very proud of you. All right, you guys want to come up and offer a couple comments?
I'll go first. I want to thank the commissioners for honoring the band. As Kevin said, this is an extraordinary accomplishment. I've been here for 28 years, and the students, not just the Mifflin County students, but the students from Lewistown and Indian Valley have been working towards something like this forever. And it is just, when I think back to the moment when they announced that we finished in first place, I will always remember that moment. You can watch it on Facebook if you go to Cole Cullen's Facebook page. He calls it the championship moment, and it's something to see. So thank you very much. It honors, it recognizes the hard work and dedication of not only the students who put in a lot of hours, but everybody behind the scenes, the parents, the staff, and it's really very special. Thank you very much.
I want to thank you so much for recognizing the band's hard work. It was definitely a season worth of very amazing memories. I know whenever they announce scores, they announce from bottom to top. So we're sitting there in the freezing cold thinking, are we actually going to win? Like, the performance was amazing. We definitely, you could feel the energy on the field. So it was a very cool experience. I know we got to third place and we were like, oh, this is us. Like, they announced the score, we're like, we didn't get first. We definitely got third or second. And they announced it, and we all like had to hold back screaming. So we were like, we're not third. And then they announced second, and we're like, we have to be second. Like, you know, and they announced second, and we tried not to scream in like celebration for our win because we wanted to respect the other bands. But I know looking around, seeing everyone smiling and happy tears being shed, showing how much our hard work over since June has really gone into our performance. And being in a band, you have to work with many individuals. And to be able to bring so many people with so many backgrounds into an activity, and no matter what's going on in your life, you just have to put that aside and work towards the common goal. So it's very cool to show that all of our hard work came to win this Atlantic Coast Championships, where we compete against many marching bands from many different states and on the East Coast. So thank you so much again for recognizing our hard work. It means a lot to us.
Can you state your name for the record, please?
Emily Kolpetzer.
All right, thank you.
Sorry. I just want to thank you guys for recognizing us. I remember being down on the field during ACCs because I'm one of the student conductors, so I have to accept the award. And when they got down to second place and it wasn't us, it was the best feeling ever. I remember all the seniors, we grabbed our hands, we all started bawling. It's a feeling that I'm never going to forget, and I'm going to take it with me for the rest of my life. And being a senior, it's sad. We can vouch for that. It's sad knowing that it's all over, but I know the bands to come will be just as good as we were. Thank you.
Your name is?
Chloe Everly.
All right, thank you, Chloe. All right, you want to go up here for a photo? Either. Yeah, they get it. One of you can hold that back there.
Why don't you get in the middle?
Yeah, put
Between the two.
Okay.
All right.
Here, let's all hold it.
Could you spell it first?
CHLOE.
Everly.
Yep.
Emily Kolpetzer.
All right. Here we go. And we'll do one more.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Kevin, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, I would just like to acknowledge how well I thought Emily and Chloe spoke. Many times when we have young students in, they don't say a whole lot in terms of verbiage. They obviously express themselves, but I thought that the two students did a superb job. And I want to thank the band for being a phenomenal ambassador for Mifflin County. Thank you so very much.
Thank you. All right. Moving on. Item B, request for exoneration of 2018 county portion per capita taxes. Armagh Township Tax Collector Linda Marks has 14. Meadow Township Tax Collector Jeanette Bordell has 23. And Decatur Township Tax Collector Cindy McKnight has 12. I have a motion to approve these requests.
I will make a motion to approve.
Thank you. Second.
I'll second.
Thank you. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. Item C, application for County Aid 2018 liquid fuels allocation. Bratton Township, $2,248.55. I have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. Item D, purchase of service agreement with Michelle Baker to provide cleaning services, the Magisterial District Judge 58303 at a rate of $200 per month. Motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. Item E, agreement with Michael Baker International for the Mifflin County Multi-Jurisdictional Hazard Mitigation Plan update, $37,500. Mr. Gomes, would you like to address this?
Every 5 years, Mifflin County is required to update their hazard mitigation plan. The last one was completed in 2014, And so this next one is due in 2019, so we went ahead and started the process. The county planning office and the emergency management office met jointly, actually with our adjoining county, Juniata County, to interview 2 consultants who were recommended to us by PEMA, Pennsylvania Emergency Management Office. And after going to that, we went through some reviews of their proposals, and we were going to recommend Michael Baker, which is out of Harrisburg, the main office out of Harrisburg that we deal with. They had a lot of experience. They actually been involved with actually helping with guidelines for developing that. They work with FEMA and PEMA on some of the guidelines they use, so they have a clear linkage with their processes. The way this is going to work is there are going to be 4 primary committee meetings and 2 follow-up meetings. One will be in Baytown and one will be in Belleville. The way the cost breakdown is, it's a little, just make sure it's clear to the commissioners. The cash cost is $37,500. $30,000 of that is coming from the FEMA grant. $7,500 is coming from a cash match from the county. And then we, as the county, is also providing $2,500 in in-kind services between our office and the GIS office. So that means the total project at $40,000. And I think that's on the last page of that the agreement I sent over to you. I think I sent this to Steve Snook, our solicitor, and I guess I think Rob, I think you mentioned there was one typo which needs to be corrected, which is that the agreement is between the county and not with the planning office as far as that between Michael Baker and that. But anyway, the proposal will start probably in January. We will be presenting to you in the next few weeks a list of people to serve on this advisory committee. Some of those people will have used in the past, and then some of them we're adding. We've already outreached to a couple of communities if they did not participate. One of the things we want to make sure is we have full participation of adopting this thing. It's a critical thing because if they don't adopt it, it affects whether they get emergency management funds when we have an emergency. And this causes some problems this last time because a few of our municipalities waited till they were at a crisis point to basically adopt the thing. So we want to make sure we have quicker adoption process, and that's one of the discussions we've had with the consultant. One of the other points I brought up to you when I sent my message to you a few weeks ago, a few days ago, which I thought was something I talked to them about, which we were at a conference in Erie recently, and there was a discussion about how we can make hazard mitigations plan more effective. And one was to look at dealing with blighted areas. And one of the proposals is going to be looking is how blighted areas that are in the floodplain that are in our repository, our tax repository, could be potentially taken into the FEMA program as far as the reimbursements are concerned. So I think it's a real interesting process that they're proposed doing to us, and also something Commissioner Postal has been interested in is the land bank, and they would also give us a little head start in developing the land bank for the county. So these are all positive things besides just the things we're required to do in a hazard mitigation plan. So I would recommend we approve this.
All right, thank you. Any questions for Bill?
Are the McVeytown and Belleville meetings primarily designed for community input as well as a tool to encourage the municipalities to climb on board and adopt?
Yeah, that's correct, Steve. I mean, it was more of an outreach because we just weren't sure. We just had them here. So I talked them into going out right outside the area by picking up 2 places in the county that might help us a little bit too. So,
Yeah, it's essential that our municipalities have input into this. I think it's built into the process. When would we expect, and I'm sure it's here, Bill, I just want to see it real quick, the first draft of this?
I don't have that. I don't have it. The whole process is to take within a year. I mean, one of the things I will tell you is when they talked to me originally, they said they could do this in 6 months, and I don't care if it's in 6 months. I just don't want to belabor this into a 2-year process. And one of the other consultants was talking about a longer process, and I don't find that very effective in keeping the interest levels of people and things like this. So we're going to try to move this along, and I think the most of the work is going to be done in a 6 or 7 month period. If that answers your question.
And I think I read that this is just a Mifflin County program, right?
We don't know what the adjoining counties are gonna do. We just went forward with what we thought, and I, like I said, our office is gonna be overseeing this thing, and I've had discussions with, I know the parties involved, I've worked with them for many years, so I know who I'm dealing with, so I felt comfortable with it too, so that's the other part of this.
Thank you.
All right. I guess I should note for the record, you said they're from Harrisburg. This company is based in Harrisburg? Or they
Yes.
have an office in Harrisburg?
They have an office in here, so I shouldn't say that they're, I don't know where their office is, it's a bigger company, but their main office we're dealing with is out of here.
I believe they may be based in Pittsburgh or the Pittsburgh area.
Maybe, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't know the exact location of the main office.
It's just that it's no way in any relation to our Michael Baker, who is the Director of Fiscal Affairs here in Mifflin County. This is Michael Baker International, another company.
Yeah.
So do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. Item F, personnel. We have the hiring of Scott Hargenrader for part-time deputy sheriff effective November 15th. Resignation of James Alexander from part-time corrections officer effective November 22nd. The transfer of Denise Coldren from first deputy in the register recorder's office to case coordinator 2 in the district judge office effective November 13th, 2018. Resignation of Chris Shade from director of domestic relations effective November 25th. Promotion of Jennifer Cherry to Director of Domestic Relations effective November 26th. And the retirement of Teresa Bottor from food service at the correctional facility effective November 18th. May I have a motion to approve these personnel items?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion is approved. That concludes our meeting agenda for today. We stand adjourned.